Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our podcast for round 14 of the ORL season in Italy. For those of you who don't know what this podcast is all about, we go over the last race results and we look forward ahead to the next race. We also interview some of the drivers, and this week we have two drivers who have not been on the show before. However, before we get to all of that, let's just run ourselves over what the results were from round 13 in Spa. Formula Danny took the win comfortably ahead of Tim after a great battle between the two of them, but eventually Formula Danny was able to break that 1 second crucial DRS zone and just pull away from Tim and say bye-bye. Photon took third ahead of Muller, and Photon was ahead of Muller for the entire race. There was just one lap where Muller got past due to a back marker, I believe, or I think it might have been Barney. But Photon was able to make the place up at the end of the lap, and those two stayed in third and fourth for the rest of the race. Calcifer took fifth ahead of Eneli Jury and VP Marek. Calcifer took Jury on the final lap, and Marek followed suit in the final corner. However, Jury had one less penalty than Marek, so Marek fell behind Jury, as you can see on the screen there. But Marek was racing that entire race with front wing damage, because he did take front wing damage in the first lap, or on the first lap I should say, and when he came in the pits it didn't repair the front wing damage, rather intriguingly. So as a result he did have to race without with a damaged front wing. But after the race, it does appear that Eneli Jury may be getting a penalty, because he was the one at fault for that collision with Marek, losing the back end through the chicane at the end of the Camel Straight. So Eneli Jury will most likely finish 7th, and VP Marek will move up to 6th. Barney took 8th after a crazy penultimate or last lap between himself, Adidas Tracksuit, and Johan Engberg, where Tracksuit and Engberg came together down the Camel Straight, seeing them both into the barriers. This left Barney to take a nice easy 8th place and promoted Black Panther and Toffee into the top 10 and also the final finishing positions. Only 10 people finished, it's crazy actually. If we look to the championship standings, what does that mean? Well, the championship standings that we have on the left of the screen are inaccurate. These are the ones before Spa. So we have to do a bit of maths here. But Calcifer will move up, while Formula Danny will move up to 90 points. So he's still behind Crow and Biancalila, which means Calcifer has almost a 100-point gap ahead of Formula Danny. So Formula Danny is going to need to pull out a lot more race wins if he wants to close down Calcifer. Photon and Muller will also climb up the table, moving ahead of Mark and Marco Krisman. For Photon anyway, Muller will feed in behind Marco Krisman. Elsinger, unfortunately, this was the first race that he was unable to finish in the points, and he did take part in it. So his run of points finishes ends at 12 races completed. Not a bad haul, I think. Looking at the Constructors' Championship standings, Renault and Ferrari only had one driver each that finished in the points in the last race, and that was Calcifer and Photon respectively. So Ferrari will close down Renault by 4 points, but Mercedes will jump to the top of the table thanks to Formula Danny pulling in those points for Mercedes. Haas didn't get any points. No, they did. Black Panther picked up 2 points, but McLaren didn't get any points at all. So Mercedes will jump them. Force India will pick up 3 or 4 points thanks to Barney, but Red Bull move up further ahead thanks to VP Marek picking up even more points. Now that that's all done, let's look to the next race in Monza. And as you can see, thanks to our lovely little diagram in the top right corner, it is a 10 lap circuit, and one of the most famous tracks on the calendar, the fastest average speed on the calendar. You head down the Retfilio Tribune, the start-finish straight, into turn 1 chicane very slow. You have to brake out about 120 meters into there, dropping it down into first gear, then through the flat out Curva Grande of turn 2 and into the chicane of 3. A bit faster than the chicane of turn 1, but still very slow. Now into probably the best part of the track. It's the 2 Lesmos. Lesmos 1 and 2, turns 4 and 5. Lesmo 1, you do have to brake, dropping it down into 3rd or 4th gear, and then into Lesmo 2, much quicker, but you still have to slow it down. Then you head down the little kink of 6 as you head down into the famous Ascari chicane of 7 and 8. Very, very quick, very easy to lose a back end. So watch out for incidents here, even getting time penalties as well. Then you head down the back straight and to the corner that everyone loves. It is the Parabolica. Very quick, but they have removed the gravel on the exit of the corner. I think they did that a few years ago. So you cannot run, so you can run out wide and it will not cost you. But the Parabolica of 9 and 10 see the lap end for one of the quickest laps on the calendar, and expect to see probably a 119 or 118 for your qualifying pace. That will probably be your pole lap, but we will have to wait and see. Joining us today we have Shez and Mark. How are you both doing?
Good.
Yeah, great, man.
Great. So looking forward to Monza then?
Yeah, it's one of my favourites. I think it'll be a good couple of rounds there for all of us.
I mean, I'm already practicing because I have a league race as well in Monster on on Wednesday, so it's good.
Oh yeah, because
already got a setup and all.
Nice, fully prepared then.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what do we usually do? Okay, yeah, we usually say, have either of you been to Italy or to Monza specifically?
What, in real life?
Yeah, in real life.
I've been to Italy, but not Monza.
Okay.
Yeah. Too expensive.
Fair. What part of Italy then, Shez?
I went to the lakes like ages ago,
Oh,
so I guess it was kind of close.
So we had this thing where a few weeks ago, I think it was actually on Britain. So I said, what is your favourite British food? And I think it was Calcifer, Black Panther, and I can't remember who else. But they just started laughing with like, oh, British food is all rubbish and blah blah blah.
Whoa!
I know, right? I know. So I said, well, don't worry. When we get to Monza, I'm sure that won't be the case. So I do have to bring it up then. Go on. What's your favourite Italian foods?
I like carbonara. Pasta's good. Carbonara's nice. So yeah, for me.
Mark's just quiet, thinking about this and listing all the foods he's
I think I just go with pizza or noodles and so on, the standard stuff.
I mean, pizza's it's a safe choice, isn't it? Like, you can't really go wrong. Just trying to think. So, championship wise, let's go a bit on a more serious note then. How's like your recent races? How's it all kind of looking?
I'll let you go first.
Yeah, trying to get the winner, I guess.
Because I've got the tables up at the minute. Oh, sorry. I've got the tables up at the minute, Mark, and you're currently in 5th. So you're catching up. You're catching up to the whole group for 2nd. How many races do you think it'll take to catch, what, 30 points, I think it is, roughly?
I mean, if I win all races, then I think 3 to 4, maybe. And if I don't forget to get to the race again, like in Spa.
Oh yeah, what happened there? Because they who was it? Danny had to fill in for you.
I just forgot. I was so busy with other stuff that I just forgot.
No, oh, you can't do that. You broke our hearts. We missed you. It was a crazy race as well. Like everyone was crashing.
Okay.
Oh yeah. By the way, Shez, I had a look on a certain someone's stream, and after that certain someone crashed, you were having a nice discussion with them about the crash, and then you proceeded to crash at the same place on the next lap.
What happened?
So, at Spa, when you and Twin Barrel J were racing, Twin Barrel crashed off through, what is it, Puon?
Oh,
And then...
yeah. He crashed at Puon, and I was like, "Where did you crash?" And he was like, "Oh, where you are right now." And then I crashed at exactly the same time, just instantly put it straight into the barrier. I think it's maybe I was like I lost concentration because I was talking to him. Yeah, it was quite funny.
Maybe too high ballast.
I don't know. Maybe he tricked me.
It was brilliant though, because when Twin Barrel J had crashed, he was also solemn, as expected after crashing. And then the next lap he was just like, "Yeah, I crashed here where you are," and then you crashed, and then there was just this like 4 seconds of silence, and then you just both started dying of laughter. It was just brilliant.
It was really funny, to be fair, and I was thinking because how it happened as well. It was such a stupid crash. Like I just bounced into the barrier.
Yeah.
It was really weird.
Because there's that massive bump, isn't there, when you go wide on Puon? Oh, right. Back to Monza. Go on. What's your favourite corners then?
To Lesmo, hands down.
Second Lesmo.
No, both of them.
Oh, both the Lesmos. Mark?
Yeah.
I think I have to go with Ascari. It's the trickiest corner on the circuit.
It's tough.
Right. You say that. I have had we had an ORL social race earlier this week. I think it was on Saturday evening. And I decided that, I'll take part. I did alright in the last one. And so it was during qualifying, and I spun on the exit of the second Lesmo. So I thought, right, I'll do the reasonable thing and brake so I don't roll backwards into anyone. But I forgot that the game, when you press the brake pedal, it puts it into reverse automatically.
Oh no.
And this car was coming past me, and I ended up reversing straight into him as he came past.
That's never good.
No.
Did you see what happened to me in qualifying?
Is this Spa?
In Spa, yeah.
No, what happened?
I don't know who it was, but someone crashed into me and took my rear wheel off.
Oh. Okay.
So I span on the entry to the last straight. So the last straight where it bends and you've got 130R at the end, or the one like 130R. I can't remember what it's called. I span on the really easy corner. I just hit the dirt and span, and I stayed stationary in the middle of the track. And someone, I don't know who it was, I didn't see. They came around the corner, and then I don't know, just decided to drive straight at me rather than slow down. Williams, is it Timmy?
Tim.
I can't remember his name. Tim. Yeah, he slowed down and he went round me. But the guy behind him, whether he was just blindsided, I don't know, but drove straight into the side of my car and took my rear wheel off. And that was the end of qualifying for me. I think it was on my first hot lap. So yeah, I got no quali at all.
Oh, that's always helpful.
Yeah.
Go on, Mark. What's your funniest F1 story then? I want to hear a big crash or something that happened.
I mean, it's a bit frustrating, but I think I have to go with. And it was in Canada. I was fighting for the lead or in the lead, and then somehow in the World Champions or in the last corner there was a big crash, and I couldn't avoid it. So
Was that this year in ORL?
no, it was in the German league I drive in.
Because you say that because this year in ORL there was that massive crash, which was after you and Calcever went side by side, and everyone got collected in that.
That was funny. I think we were both watching that because I crashed out, didn't I?
Yeah, we were commentating. I've got I've got that moment on the highlights reel, and it's just us going, whoa, boom.
It was a good good incident.
Yeah, so fair enough. I'm glad that the Wall of Champions. I don't know. I feel like the Walls of Champions is a suitable corner for that.
Yeah, it's claimed many.
So again, heading to Monza, what are your expectations then?
Well, for me at least, I'm not gonna get anywhere near the top 5. So I think if I can, I hate saying this, so I can finish the race. I should be able to finish the race. Okay, so I never used to be this bad. Damn it! No, I should. I think points. My aim for points, and if I can get 10th, it's the best. I've got into points before, so yeah, I always try and aim for the bottom of the points. Normally me, Weebies, Wiki, and sometimes Barney. We all kind of like race together quite a lot. Barney's normally that little bit faster, and Twin Barrel J, Barney, and Elsinga are normally stuck together. So as long as I'm with that pack, I'm happy, because that's the guys who are in my speed. But they've upped their game. Like, some of them are really quick. Like, especially Toffee this year. Like, he's got really good. So yeah, points for me is the best thing. 1 point, I'm happy.
And Mark?
Podium at least, but I want to try to fight for the win. But it will be tough, as Danny is very, very quick. So difficult to beat him.
Well, I'm sure Shez will be happy if you kindly take each other out.
Yeah. If Danny crashes out and I can drive back, then it's fine.
Because you've had a fair bit of pace in the last couple of races, so again, expecting some stuff then heading into Monza.
Yeah, but it's quite a shame that I can't drive for Ferrari in Monza. So, but at least I have a Ferrari engine in my back. So.
Oh god. See, I have an undying hatred for Ferrari, so yeah, I just can't stand them. All right, I think we can wrap up around here. So thank you both very much for joining me today, and best of luck for Monza on Thursday.
No problem. Thanks very much.
Thanks very much.
A massive thanks again to Shez and Mark313 for joining us, and best of luck to those two as we head into round 14 at Monza. Now, I do have some news to mention. 3 drivers have been excluded from ORL, and that is Matthew, Daniel Lepic and Davide. They have been excluded due to dirty driving, and the officials of ORL feel that they have been given appropriate number of chances, and that the decision has been made in the best interest for the online racing league. Even sadder, NLE Jury will no longer be racing F1 in general. So hopefully we can see him in some races, but he's going to be taking a bit of a break from F1 to focus on some other esport racing games. But that pretty much wraps up our round 14 podcast. Join us on Thursday, 7:45 PM GMT, as always, for round 14 at Monza. It's going to be a great race and you don't want to miss it. I'll see you then.